welcome. It's me, Persita, and this is Persita's Paradox. So I just wanted to share an observation with you today. I was out with a girlfriend and we were eating lunch, and we were talking about staying focused and how hard it was and how we should make sure that we stay on task and do what we need to do every day, and how we wake up and how we try to not be on our cell phones and all of the things that I've discussed on this channel thus far. And it was an ironic scenario that as she was talking, my phone started to vibrate. And I'm trying to watch her and really look at her in her eyes and just ignore the fact that my phone is vibrating. But the more it vibrated, the more I realized that I was really having a hard time not looking at what was happening. And she talks, and the more she's talking, the more irritated I'm becoming, because I really want to grab my phone and see what's happening. Someone calling me, was it a text, who it was, and so on. At that very moment, I realized that the hardest thing in life is actually to just stay focused. We have all the tools, we know everything that we need to do, but there's always a little something that throws our focus off. And we don't actually believe that that little bit of time would do too much damage to our focus, right? It's like, what's the harm in actually picking up the cell phone and figuring out who it is or what the message is? The issue, truthfully, is that the presentation I'm giving to my friend in regards to who she is in my life and how I'm building that relationship becomes tainted. I mean, we speak a lot about millennials and how we feel as if they're entitled and they're impatient, and they want everything for free, and they always want to have some type of a purpose and a movement, and they feel like they should be able to do that. But the truth of the matter is that we really have trained those millennials, for us who have children, to be that way. How do we do it? We took away the struggle. It was a struggle for me not to turn that cell phone over. But guess what? When my mother was raising me, there was no cell phone to turn over. So looking at someone directly in their eyes and actually paying attention to the words coming out of their mouth was 5 times harder to not do, because you were actually told that you were disrespectful if you didn't. There was some sense of accountability. I mean, let's be honest. We give people credit for anything these days. There is a hormone called dopamine that we all seek out. Have you ever sat at home and just felt down, just maybe not really interested, but you wanted someone to talk to you? You start to send out 5 different texts to different people saying hi, hope for someone to respond back, and you get that little happy feeling. That's dopamine. Have you ever just lost your mind about social media, losing followers or subscriptions or views on YouTube or Instagram or anything of the sort, and you completely start to lose your mind, but then you see it starts to pick back up, you get really excited? Dopamine. Typically, we don't understand that social media and its embrace on us has caused us to seek that feeling more than ever. So what we're doing is building ourselves to not only be insecure, but impatient. We have to remind ourselves every single day that building relationships that are foundationally built, meaning you actually know and understand this person. You speak to them not through text, not through phone, but actual physical interaction is important. Has a lot to do with why our society is not understanding how to handle a lot of our youth that are taking their own lives. It means a lot to people these days in regards to how well you're liked. I mean, let's be honest. Facebook, all social media, Instagram, YouTube has allowed us to put filters on our lives. And with those filters, we can be anything we want to be. We can look better, we can change up, we can be animated, we can do whatever we have to do, regardless of the fact of how we actually feel. We can present ourselves exactly the way we want to present ourselves without even thinking about it. Very hard to stay focused when your society is running that way. The key to it is to constantly stay true and authentic to yourself. That means always surrounding yourselves, again, with people who can hold you accountable. If you're more focused on social media than you should be, check yourself. I talked about vetting your friends. Don't forget to vet yourself. When you find yourself slipping, understand that everything you really want in life is going to be a process, and it's going to be a struggle. I tell my kids all the time, just because you want it doesn't mean that you can have it. And no, you're not the smartest. And that's okay. You can learn what you need to learn, but you don't always have to be the smartest person in the room. Sometimes it's nice to be in a position to learn something. Matter of fact, it's the best position to be in because there's always going to be somebody who knows a little bit more than you. These are all characteristics that a person has to remain in to stay focused, because what's yours is yours. It will be no one else taking your things. So today on this journey, my prayer for you is that you understand that everything is not going to happen fast. Everyone is going to have their own perception and perspective of who you are. The question remains, who do you think you are? How are you staying focused in what you believe you are? We say it loosely. I'm saying it powerfully as I can, or as powerfully as I can. To stay focused means you take the good and the bad, and you combine those two together, and you create a pathway for your success. You surround yourself around wise input, and you stay on task without worrying about the microwave society that we're living in right now. If you are over 40 and still trying to live your dream, go for it. You do not have to be 22 in order to be successful. Life starts where you decide it starts. So pick it up and make it happen. But do your best to not care about what people are thinking, and understand that that hormone that you're feeling, everyone has, and never ever feel as if you're alone in that. As I'm sitting here right now, of course I want people to view my video. Of course I want you to comment below and love me and send me millions of subscribers and everyone think I'm fantastic. But in the exact same breath, the reality for me is that not everyone will hear what I'm saying. Not everyone will agree. And guess what? I can only focus on what I can focus on, which is me. So as long as I'm being authentic throughout my entire conversation and videos to you, all that other stuff falls by the wayside. Because guess what? Whoever is going to be with me is going to be with me. And those are the people that are going to hear me. Everyone else, they just are. No harm, no foul. So today, let's stay focused. And that's our affirmation. I will stay focused on me and me alone and what I need to do for me. To make a better me will make a better world. If I start with me, I can actually move and change the world. Not because of the world, but because of my actions in the world. So, now that we're focused, let's go on and do what we normally do. Let's have a wonderful day. Let's enjoy our weekend. I won't see you again until next week, but feel free to comment, to share, make sure you subscribe, and just stay on task with walking this journey with me as we create better people within ourselves, around us, and across the world. Thank you for joining me again. As usual, know that I appreciate all of your support so much. So today, remember, all that we have to do every day is what? Live life authentic. Have a blessed day.